The History and Origin of Cowan Roundhead by H. H. Cowan and T. K. Bruner in 1924. This story begins 45 years ago when I was born into the chicken game and which I have played in its every phase. I have bought, fed, fought, healed and handled cocks of many different strains and crosses, and probably have done as much experimenting as any man of my years. Many years ago when Mr. Allen and Mr. Shelton were defeating all opposition with their great strain of Roundheads, I attended just about all the mains and tournaments in which they were entered, forming an acquaintance and finally friendship with Mr. Shelton, as he was a man whom to know was to like, being one of those old-time Southern gentlemen sportsmen who at one time so characterized the gentility of the Old South. In his passing the fraternity lost one of its great uplifters and the South one of its best citizens. Through this association I became familiar with the history and breeding of the Allen Roundheads and secured my first of these from Mr. Shelton, personally, when at their best, and of his best. I fought them pure for a number of years. From my knowledge of the Allen Roundheads they were originated from a Saunders Roundhead cock bred over call. Grist Grady hens and then bred closely to the Saunders side. I was breeding and fighting these Roundheads continuously each season and it gradually became apparent to me that they were being bred a bit too close to cope with the strong, rough cocks they were having to meet. It is my opinion, from both experience and observation, that the old-time Allen Roundheads with their smart side-stepping tactics and phenomenal sparring qualities and rapid straight hip blows while in the air, could best most cocks they met in the early stages of the battle. I think this excellent quality was their chief asset and enabled them to make one of the best, if not the best, pit records of any Southern strains. But in the latter stages of battle, when it came down to a give and take, I have never thought they excelled, and I was convinced that if they were to keep pace with the game and maintain their record they must be bred to fight as efficiently when the battle came down to a tug of war, as in the beginning of a fight. I made several unsuccessful experiments with this end in view, but I kept on trying and about 15 years ago I became acquainted with the great characteristics of the old-time Mahoney gull fowl, with their desperate gameness, strong constitutions and deadly heel. These being the qualities I wished to add to the already great fighting qualities of the Allen Roundheads, I decided to make an infusion of this blood. I secured a royally bred gull cock of the old school, through friendship with a source whence no one has ever been able to buy a feather to my knowledge, and bred him over my Roundhead hens. The gulls being a yellow and white leg strain of black-breasted reds with few exceptions of medium station, the type and color was only slightly changed from this cross, but the plumage was longer and much improved. The plumage of the gull fowl is of a marked characteristic, consisting of a very broad feather extremely long and with a quill of whalebone toughness. Such plumage enables a cock to be fought several times during a season in good feathers. The first cross were strong, tough and desperately game. I bred back to the Roundhead side, fighting and testing them. Each year's breeding showed an improvement over the preceding one, and kept this up until they again were back to the Roundhead type, showing all the old-time fighting qualities of the Allen Roundheads. Yet this was backed by strength and endurance, making them more efficient cocks at any stage of battle. It is my experience that any cocks must have the ability and inhibition to go all the way, as well as great scoring or starting, in order to hold their own in cock fighting of the present day. I fought them with fair success a few years and studied them closely, and finally reached the conclusion that their ability to strike rapidly and efficiently from any angle when in close quarters could be improved upon. Knowing this quality to be one of the outstanding characteristics of the Grist Gradys, their foundation stock, I made a fresh infusion of this old reliable blood. I secured a cock that proved to be of the right sort and his produce were deep game, and he imparted the quality I had aimed at to a marked degree, without the loss of any other essential quality. This proved to be a real combination fighting cocks, efficient at any stage of battle, which their record shows. By inbreeding and line breeding to the outstanding individuals for the past 12 years these qualities have been stamped into them, until they come uniform in type and action. The Alabama Roundheads are practically of the same color and type as the Allen Roundheads. Cocks are black-breasted reds with white or yellow legs, but a pumpkin or a deep cherry red or a spangle occurs occasionally, as well as both straight and pea combs. The hens come from light buff to wheaten, occasionally a green or dark-legged fowl will appear among the offspring. All these slight variations come honestly from their foundation blood, the green or dark legs from the red quill in the Gradys, and the straight combs from both the gulls and Gradys. However, the largest proportion of them come with white and yellow legs, pea combs and in color black-breasted reds. For the past 8 years I have done most of my fighting at Memphis, Tennessee, in combination with Bruner and Heron. Bruner doing all the honors in the cock house and pit. I consider him a fine judge of a cock and among the best feeders in the South. He knows what to expect of a cock, and if they had not been right in every respect he would have found it out several years ago and passed them up. He tests nearly every loser and they have to be right for him or he has no use for them. He has been breeding the Alabama Roundheads 10 years and has greatly assisted me in bringing these fowl to their present state of excellence by his help and advice in selecting brood fowl from the performance of the cocks in the pit. Mr. Bruner has conditioned and fought more of these cocks possibly than any other man, knows them through and through, as he has practically lived in the cock house with them for the past several years. The history and origin of Allen Roundhead's chicken. Will Allen of Mississippi obtained a Boston Roundhead gamecock from Dr. Fred Saunders and crossed him over some hens that a blend of Redquill and Grist Grady. The Gradys were originated seemingly as a succession of battle crosses by Colonel Grist of Ga. Some of the breeds making up the Gradys were Claiborne, Shawl-necked Southern USA Whitehackles, and Warhorse, plus a bit of Spanish blue stock. Since all these breeds are straight comb, it would seem that Boston Cock had very strong P-comb genes to give that characteristic to his offspring and descendants for generations to come to this day after 100 years, or so. I have owned many Roundhead fowl over the past long YRS. I have been in the sport, I put the name in quotes because it refers, in the USA, to most any P-comb fowl that happens to be black-breasted reds with white or yellow legs and that do not show too much of their Oriental lineage. However, there are also black Roundheads and Negro Roundheads and on and on. So now it is used more as a generic term for P-comb fowl than as the name of a specific breed. However, generally the name refers to the Allen and Shelton Roundheads. Shelton was Allen's brother-in-law and they owned the fowl together. But however, the Allen Roundheads were bred and to a great extent developed by another old man R.E. Walt. In fact, in my younger days, most of the Roundhead game fowl around OK were referred to as Rewalt Roundheads instead of Allens. You might ask about the Boston Roundheads that made the Allens. They arrived in the USA from Ireland without an ID tag. According to my sources, these fowl were known to be Irish Whitehackles bred just like the more common English Whitehackles such as the North Britons, Earl of Derbys, and so on, but many of the Irish had P-combs. The original Carney and Duryea Irish Whitehackles had a percent of P-combs as well as the Irish Whitehackles bred by my Irish friend John Tynan. I think he called them Queen Anne Whitehackles, but I have forgotten for sure. Remember, after England colonized India, the English breeders had access to the best Oriental fowl such as Asil and even Japanese. These Oriental bloodlines were then added to the early English fowl of 500 years or so ago that weighed only around 4 pounds, about like the small Spanish cocks today. The Oriental crosses increased the size to around 5 pounds, or bigger, which most American cocks are today. Over the years, the English breeders bred out the P-comb, but since it didn't bother the Irish, they continued to breed both straight comb and P-comb Whitehackles. Of course, the name Whitehackles comes from the Old English custom of trimming the neck hackles close to the skin so that the cocks with a white underfeather in the neck would be a Whitehackle. There are also breeds called Blackhackle. There are jillions of Oriental American crosses that come P-comb and are called Roundheads that contain not a drop of the original Allen bloodline. As is true for all other strains, some Roundheads are awfully good while others are awfully bad, but most are somewhat in the middle. The P-comb Kelso fowl owe much of their good qualities to the George Smith Roundhead, same stock as Lundy Roundheads, that was blended with claret to make the McClanahans that Walter Kelso used in his initial cross. The history and origin of Lacey Roundhead chicken. The Lacey Roundhead is a breed that originated in the United States, specifically in Texas. It was developed by a man named Judge Ernest Lacey, hence its name. Judge Lacey was an avid cockfighter and wanted to create a breed that could excel in the ring. He began his breeding program with Irish game fowl and then crossed them with other breeds such as brown red and Old English games. Through careful selection over several years, he created what we know today as the Lacey Roundhead, a bird that combined strength, agility, and stamina into one formidable package. Over time, this breed became incredibly popular among cockfighters across the country due to its impressive performance in battle. Despite being initially bred for fighting purposes, many people also keep them as pets or for show competitions because of their beauty and unique characteristics. Today, the Lacey Roundhead remains one of the most popular game fowl breeds worldwide thanks to its rich history and strong presence within the cockfighting culture. Physical characteristics. The Lacey Roundhead is a medium-sized game fowl breed that has distinctive physical characteristics. They typically weigh around 5 to 6 pounds, with males being slightly heavier than females. Their legs are long and strong, making them agile fighters. One of the most notable features of the Lacey Roundhead is its comb. They have a single comb that stands upright on their head and can vary in size from small to large. The coloration of their comb can also range from red to black depending on the individual bird. In terms of plumage, Laceys come in various colors such as black, brown-red, and grays, with white feathers being present in some individuals. The feathering pattern may differ among birds, but they all share similar body shapes which are quite muscular. Their behavior could be described as active and alert, although certain individuals could tend to be aggressive towards other chickens or even humans if not properly socialized. The combination of these physical traits makes this breed a fierce fighter with stamina and agility during combat, making it one popular choice for cockfight enthusiasts looking for an outstanding fowl that can perform well inside the pit. Lacey Roundhead fighting style. Lacey Roundheads are known for their exceptional fighting abilities, which have made them a popular choice among cockfighting enthusiasts. One of the unique features of the Lacey Roundhead is its aggressive fighting style. These birds are known for being fierce and relentless in combat, often attacking their opponents with lightning-fast strikes and powerful blows. Another key element of the Lacey Roundhead's fighting style is its agility and speed. These birds are incredibly nimble and quick on their feet, allowing them to dodge attacks and maneuver around their opponents with ease. In addition to their physical prowess, Lacey Roundheads also possess an innate intelligence when it comes to fighting. They can read their opponent's movements and anticipate their next move, making them highly effective in battle. The Lacey Roundhead's unique combination of aggression, speed, agility, and intelligence make it one of the most formidable breeds in cockfighting today. Whether you're a seasoned breeder or just starting with this exciting hobby, adding a few Lacey Roundheads to your flock can help take your game fowl breeding skills to new heights. Boston Roundhead history and physical characteristics and fighting style. Boston Roundhead history and origin. The Boston Roundhead has a long and storied history that dates back to the early 1800s. It is believed that this breed originated in Massachusetts and was developed by Colonel William L. Breckinridge, who crossed imported English gamecocks with local hens. Breckinridge was known for his breeding expertise and was determined to create a bird that had both fighting ability and endurance. The Boston Roundhead quickly gained popularity among cockfighters across America due to its exceptional fighting skills. Boston Roundhead Stag. Over time, the breed evolved into two distinct lines, the straight comb line that remained true to its original bloodline, and the pea comb line that came about from crosses with other breeds. Today, these two lines are recognized as separate strains of Boston Roundheads. Despite being banned in many countries around the world, cockfighting remains a popular sport in some parts of America where enthusiasts still admire this remarkable breed's strength and tenacity in battle. Physical characteristics. The Boston Roundhead game fowl is a medium to large-sized bird that can weigh between 5 and 8 pounds. They have a distinctive body shape, with a long neck, broad shoulders, and muscular thighs. Their plumage comes in various colors such as black, brown-red, or yellow-legged. The feathers are tight-fitting and glossy, giving the breed an elegant appearance. Their legs are usually yellow in color but sometimes may be white. One of the most striking features of the Boston Roundhead game fowl is their comb type, which is pear-shaped. This unique feature sets them apart from other breeds like the American gamefowl, which has a straighter comb. When it comes to behavior, these birds are known for being aggressive fighters inside the ring but calm outside it. They have been bred for generations specifically for fighting purposes, hence they possess strong instincts towards protecting themselves while attacking their opponents. In terms of size and weight, male Boston Roundheads grow to around 24 inches in length while females reach up to 22 inches on average, making males slightly larger than females. The physical characteristics of this breed make them visually appealing and powerful both in looks and performance as fighters within their field. Crosses and related strains. Crosses with other strains can produce some impressive offspring that exhibit desirable traits from both parents. One of the most popular crosses is the Hatch Boston Roundhead cross. This produces birds that are fast and aggressive in the pit, with excellent cutting ability. Another popular cross is the Kelso Boston Roundhead cross, which yields fowl that have strong legs and good speed. The Sweater Boston Roundhead cross leads to birds that are hard-hitting and relentless in their attack. Meanwhile, Crossing a butcher cock with a Boston Roundhead hen results in offspring that are well balanced between power and agility. Other related strains include the Albany Claret Roundheads, which were bred for their superior fighting skills, while others prefer to combine Boston Roundheads with Gray or Whitehackle bloodlines for added strength and endurance. Whatever strain they're crossed with, one thing's for sure, when you breed a Boston Roundhead into your flock, you're bound to get some exceptional fighters. Fighting style. Boston Roundhead gamefowls are known for their aggressive fighting style and keen sense of awareness inside the ring. They possess an incredible amount of courage, stamina, and strength that makes them hard to beat in combat. Their fighting style is characterized by their quick movements, powerful strikes, and fearless attitude toward their opponents. Boston Roundheads are highly skilled at dodging attacks while striking back with precision and accuracy. These birds have also been known to use a variety of different techniques during fights, such as sidestepping, rolling on the ground, and jumping high into the air to avoid attacks while waiting for their chance to strike. Moreover, Boston Roundheads are excellent cutters that can deliver precise cuts with great speed using their sharp beaks and spurs. This unique trait allows them to inflict serious damage on their opponents in mere seconds. Boston Roundhead gamefowl's fighting style is unmatched in terms of skill level and sheer force, making them one of the most feared breeds among other gamefowl strains. Conclusion. To conclude, the Boston Roundhead is one of the most popular and highly sought-after gamefowl breeds for its fighting prowess and unique physical characteristics. Its history can be traced back to as early as the 1840s, making it a true classic in the world of cockfighting. Apart from its striking appearance with its red plumage, pea-comb, and yellow legs, what makes this breed exceptional is its ability to adapt well to different types of crosses. This has resulted in several related strains that have become just as famous among breeders all over the world. When it comes to fighting style, Boston Roundheads are known for their aggression and quickness. They are also excellent cutters, which makes them formidable opponents when pitted against other gamefowl breeds. While there may be some controversy surrounding cockfighting itself due to animal welfare concerns, there's no denying that breeds like the Boston Roundhead continue to fascinate enthusiasts around the globe. Whether you're new or seasoned in breeding these magnificent birds or simply interested in learning more about gamefowl genetics and bloodlines, exploring this historic breed will surely not disappoint.
Disclaimer: no copyright infringement intended. All music, picture and videos inserted belongs to the rightful owner, for educational, documentary and entertainment purpose only.